Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Portmore deserves right to become Jamaica's first new parish in 155 years. The St. Catherine Member of Parliament, Dr. Andrew Whitley, said Tuesday that the government is convinced that the municipality of Portmore deserves the right to become Jamaica's first new parish in 155 years. I am not a sentimental man, but as myself and my colleague, MPs and senators, went on the journey to examine the prospects of another parish being formed in Jamaica, it was as though we stood on the cups of something bigger than ourselves, he told the House of Representatives Tuesday, as he kicked off the debate on a report from the Joint Selected Committee of Parliament examining the chances of the municipality becoming a parish. Whitley said he felt honored being asked to chair the committee considering proposal to develop huge communities with a population of more than 180,000 residents next door to the Twin Kingston and St. Andrew municipality, made up of two parishes with a total population of 600,000 residents. He noted that the last time Jamaica reviewed its parishes was in May 1867 under British rule through an amendment of the Counties and Parishes Act. Dr. Wheatley, who started his political career as a councillor in Noggerhead and eventually rose to become mayor and chairman of the then St. Catherine Parish Council, now St. Catherine Municipal Corporation, previous to winning the St. Catherine South Central seat in 2016 and becoming Minister of Science, Energy and Technology before being toppled by a scandal at the Petrodram refinery, felt that, like him, Portmore needs a chance to fulfill its potential. The debates inside the Joint Selected Committee were rigorous and sometimes partisan, but it was without a doubt that the general consensus is that Portmore should be designated the 15th parish, he said. The size and special features of Portmore makes it suitable to be a parish. Not only is the largest dormitory community in the Caribbean, but its depth is firmly planted in the fact that the professionalism and training of its residents make it unique and prime for further development, he said. Portmore, though not perfect, has more amenities than many other already designated parishes in the country, he noted. He added that the government has highlighted its intention throughout the committee meeting to construct future development of the area in a forward-thinking and sustainable manner. The result of this will be the establishment of a model set of communities that will be pride of place for all residents and the envy of others. Portmore has the potential to be the first more technology-driven area in the hemisphere. It cannot be questioned that the skill set to help establish and to sustain such a place resides in the area, he said. The goal is to stimulate the innovative capacity which is inherent in all Jamaicans to become more than mere consumers of technology and be innovators of technology, he stated. The debate will continue when the House meet with veteran opposition MP for St. Catherine Southern Fitzjackson, making the opposition's case for Portmore to remain as a municipality. Girl 7, in grief as mother she prayed to stay safe, chopped to death. 7-year-old Naylon often prayed God keep her mother, 25-year-old Sade Foster, safe. Now that young girl and the rest of her family are looking to him for strength to cope with Foster's gruesome murder. Her body was found by residents of Petersfield Tuesday morning. There was a chop wound to her head. Her body was discovered in Bastard Cedar Walk, just meters from the Petersfield Holiness Church. Me can't believe them kill Sade and leave her roadside. My husband just died in August from COVID, and then this happens, her distraught grandmother, Melva Mary, reported. She said although Foster lived on Wharf Road in the parish, she visited often. She'd come here every day, and her mother makes sure she never leaves without a bag. She usually comes with 2 of her children because her oldest one, Nella, lives here. But she didn't come yesterday, Mary said. Sade was a very bright girl, very smart. Her mother was even planning to send her back to school. Miss sorry she did this way. Miss sorry for the children to know them lose their mother this way, she added. Mary said Nayla would pray for her mother each day during family devotion. Every day the little girl prayed for her mother. Every single day she asked God to keep her mother safe and to help her to stop drinking, she said. The family believes Foster was drinking the night before she died. She drink, but whatever happened, she never deserved to dead that way. The mother saw her last night and sent her home, but she, Foster said, she never ready and she left and went to Petersfield with who I don't know. I don't know why they killed her, Mary said. A family friend, who only gave his name as Anthony, said he was gutted at the news of Foster's death. Me a town man, but when me come Westmoreland, at this year house me come, and them people here feed me and take care of me. And so me and she did grow up, and she used to look out for me. Me cry man when me hear say she dead. Them never have to kill her, he railed. One resident of Starboard, who asked not to be named, said he was enraged when he heard the news. Jano, me feel away. A nice girl, you know, and me no condone what happened to her. Me begs man, because me can't believe somebody would really do that. Is a girl when I really stay upon roadside like is that. But you always see her pass with her baby father upon him bike, and you see her with the two children. She, all of them picking it day, I grew up without a mother now. Can't believe what happened in Jamaica now, he said. Foster's body is the second one to be found in Petersfield area this week. Another unidentified female was found in Hertford Monday night. The body was decomposed. The Westmoreland police are investigating both incidents. Opposition concerned about people with NCDs as hospitals go into emergency mode. Opposition spokesman on health Dr. Maurice Guy says the health conditions of people with non-communicable diseases, NCDs, will worsen with public hospitals being restricted to deal with only emergency cases. The Ministry of Health and Wellness on Monday ordered all health facilities to offer only emergency services as of that day, as they have been facing immense pressure due to the growing number of confirmed and suspected COVID-19 cases and sick healthcare workers. Guy said while he understands the current crisis, people living with non-communicable diseases will suffer due to the directive, as they will not be given the care needed to ensure their health conditions are in check. We know that the health sector has been under stress. We have been here before. There's an increased number of persons who are coming down infected, particularly our health staff, and the reality is that we have less than them to care for persons who are coming in with COVID-19, Guy said on Tuesday. It is most unfortunate because what is going to happen now is that all those cases that would normally be seen in clinics for maintaining their conditions are going to be deteriorating to the point where they are going to be ending up in the hospital, he added. According to Guy, the health sector could see a lot of people with non-communicable diseases such as diabetes and hypertension seeking serious medical care for stroke or developing other conditions. If the overcrowding gets worse, and indeed it will because we haven't peaked yet for this wave, some persons are just going to be left behind and unfortunately left to die because they cannot access the service, Guy argued. On Monday, the Southeast Regional Health Authority froze all leave applications and directed healthcare workers on non-essential leave to return to work in an effort to help with the fight against the fourth wave of the novel coronavirus pandemic. Commenting on the issue, Guy said, I understand that in emergency times we have to rely on emergency measures, and it is unfortunate that their leaves has to be frozen, but it is something that we, as the nation, are going to ask them to do as part of their further extended services as people of this country. He recommended, however, that the government could offer temporary employment to private doctors to lessen the pressure on medical staff during the fourth wave of the pandemic. Some private doctors may want to come in and do sessions in the hospital, especially in the A&E. We are in crisis, so we need some crisis decisions right now, he said. Universal Service Fund to launch 10 new communities access points by February. The Universal Service Fund, USF, will commission 10 new community access points CAPs across Jamaica by the end of February 2022, starting with 2 locations in Clarendon on January 19, 2022. Community access points are internet service facilities established in collaboration with community organizations and funded by the USF in the advancement of the government's universal service obligation. Computers, associated equipment, the internet access are provided free of cost at these facilities to allow Jamaican residents to access the internet. Since 2007, the USF has outfitted over 300 communities. Chief Executive Officer of the USF, Daniel Daw, said, "It was always our intention to establish more community access points, as the need is always there, but the finances can be a challenge. We are still in the field launching the free community Wi-Fi hotspots, but most persons are still without devices to access these hotspots. And so, especially in the light of COVID-19 pandemic, we want to ensure that schools and community centers can continue to function in such a way that our children especially can continue to benefit from this initiative. The USF team will launch camps at the Brixton Hill Primary and Infant School and the Carjolly Primary and Junior High School in Clarendon. These facilities were commissioned into service by the Member of Parliament for North Central Clarendon, Robert Morgan, and Member of Parliament for Clarendon Northwestern, Philip Henriquez. The other 8 locations to be launched are Tivoli Gardens Community Centre, Sir Howard Cook Community Centre, Seaward Primary and Junior High School, McCain Child Development and Resource Centre, the Salvation Army School for the Blind in Kingston, Winter Primary School in Portland, Albion Primary and Junior High in St. James, and Portland Self-Help Disability Organization in Portmore, St. Catherine. USF is an agency under the Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology, mandated to ensure access to information and communication technology tools to facilitate the development. Greenhouse Glee. Not a day goes by without Lois Lawrence giving her crops a warm greetings before tending to them at her greenhouse in Watttown, St. Anne. Conversing with the plants she believes will help them to produce in abundance. I tell them good morning and how are you? I am here today to attend to you. I want the best for you and I want you to produce a lot for me because I need the money, a cheerful Lawrence reported. The 60-year-old began her greenhouse farming journey 6 years ago when it was introduced to her community as she was unemployed. Watttown was one of 3 St. Anne communities which benefited from the Jamaica Social Investment Fund and Jamaica Bauxite Institute Water Harvesting Cluster Greenhouse Project in 2015. 20 greenhouses were built in the community on lands provided by Naranda Bauxite Company and are operated by 20 farmers, 11 women and 9 men. I used to work at the library as a janitor near my house, then it was moved to another location. I then decided to go on the farm work program once. After that, I was sitting at home doing nothing, she said. I went to the council meeting at Naranda and I was told about a greenhouse technology program. I started to attend the classes and everything started from there, she added. Lawrence plants sweet pepper, tomato, cauliflower and broccoli on her farm and has high hope of planting other products. At times, she said she feels a bit discouraged when doing her job but refuses to give up as she's seen as an inspiration to other colleagues. Somebody said to me the other day, "You're a strong person, you're a community person, and if you should leave the farm, the rest of farmers are going to follow. If I give up, they are going to give up, so that gives me the push to continue knowing that they are relying on me as a role model," said Lawrence. She hopes more opportunities for greenhouse farming will be available in other communities to boost employment, especially for women. I think they should go into other communities and do more greenhouse farming so even more women would get the opportunity to be independent and self-reliant. Greenhouse farming really helps to put food on your table, she said. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.